Hi guys, it's Danny again, and today I'm going to be doing a little mini haul of all the beauty products I have bought from the drugstore in the last couple of weeks. As you probably know if you watched my last video, everything I do use really, apart from maybe 4 or 5 products, is drugstore. I have a few things that are probably in the middle, like I've got a few Bare Minerals sets that I got from TK Maxx. I have a couple of Benefit things, and obviously the four staple matte products that I use every day. And other than that, everything is drugstore. It's nothing to do with not liking high end, obviously. It's just that I can't afford it. It's as simple as that. And I know that's the case for a lot of people, so hopefully I can help you out and show you my bargains, and we can all look beautiful for less. So let's get started. First of all is my new beauty blender. It's not the actual beauty blender, it's Teardrop Beauty, I think it was called. It's obviously a much better shape than, like I said in my last video, I wasn't keen on the bubble, is that the word? I don't know, bubble shape of the last one. So this is much better for getting right in the corner of your eyes. And I've only used it twice, but beauty blenders are my favourite probably makeup tool in the world, so not a bad word to say about it. And it came in a really cute little drawstring black velvet bag. It's slightly wet, so it's a bit squidgy and it's a bit bigger than it comes, but obviously using wet, everyone knows this by now. Thumbs up for that one. Next is something else I talked about in my last video, is Nivea Express Hydration Primer Moisturiser. I've used it a few times. I use it every day since I've bought it, really. Dropping stuff. It's a very creamy, it's more of a moisturiser, I would say, although it does say obviously hydration primer. It is definitely more of a moisturiser, but it works. I haven't been using my other primer from L'Oreal, I think it is, since I bought this, and my foundation's going on fine. I haven't had any problems with it, and my skin feels nice. And it was from Superdrug, and it was £4.99, so you're not going to break the bank instead of spending sort of £20–25 on really high-end primers. Does the job. Yeah, so thumbs up from me. So this is actually something I haven't used yet, so I can't really give you a proper review on it, but it is Max Factor Colour Corrector in, I don't think there is actually a name for it. No, there's not. So it's the more yellowy tone. You can get a green, I believe, and a more sort of pink undertone. It is quite pigmented. This seems like it's going to be the perfect colour for under eyes, hopefully, anyway. And it's just one of these rollout sticks. It blends quite well on the hand. I haven't actually used it, but I think it's going to be perfect because I have quite, you can probably see through my makeup now, I do have quite big bags. So anything that will get rid of those will be fantastic. So I will get back to you on that one. I think it was £9.99. So it's a hell of a lot cheaper, obviously, than MAC, for example. But I shall let you know. Next, I bought a few Bourjois products. If I remember rightly, it was buy one get one free, or buy two get the third free, or something like that. I have got some things which I have heard really good reviews about, so hopefully. This next one is the Bourjois Duo Bronzer and Highlighting Powder. And before I go on to say anything else, this is good enough to eat, seriously. It smells like chocolate. Does it say chocolate anywhere? No, it doesn't. But if I show you the inside, it looks like little bars of chocolate. And obviously this one is for the highlight and this one is for bronzing. The bronzer actually I'm really happy with. I got it on, it's not drugstore, I know. I use my new NARS Ita Kabuki contouring brush, which I got in the mail the other day, which was fantastic. I used that and I was surprised at how pigmented this actually is. I think this was £7.99. And I've only really lightly dusted the highlighting powder. I often use the highlighting powder to carve out sort of to give a more defined contour under the cheeks. But so far I am loving this, and like I said, it smells absolutely amazing. So that's my first Bourjois product. My second one, which I'm going to be brutally honest here, I'm not a huge fan of, but that might be just me, called Rouge Edition Velvet, and it's Don't Pink of It is the colour. It says matte finish. Don't know if you can see. I am a big matte person. I don't really like lip glosses. I've tried and tried and tried and tried to get to like them because there's some beautiful colours out there, but I just don't, I can't get on with the stickiness. I absolutely fell in love with this colour. I don't know if it's whether in the shop it just looked nicer. I wanted more of a nude pink. The swatch was also slightly different in the shop, but again I think that might be to do with the lighting. And the texture on your hand comes out amazing as well. The swatch for this one is obviously that pink, but I don't know, when you put it on your lips it's much more of a, I don't know, just more of a pink, and I was hoping for more of a nude. And also, it's not very matte. Maybe I just didn't leave it long enough to dry, but I gave it a few minutes and I just didn't like it, so I just took it off. But I will give it another go. I'm not bad-mouthing it. It's the colour, personally, for me, I think that's done it, because it wasn't how it looked in the shop, really. So, again, this was in the buy 3, get 2, get 1 free. So, yeah, go out and try it for yourself. Let me know what you think. Any more Bourjois? Yes. I am in love with these products, so Bourjois, pulling it back. I only got these yesterday actually, but I have used the blush on my cheeks today, and it's a lot more subtle than the one I used in my last video, which was like pink. And they come in such a cute little pot. I know everyone's seen these, but they come in these gorgeous little pots, and they have the mirror there and this little brush, which is actually really good. I find normally the brushes you get with compacts and things like that aren't that great, but I use this today and yeah, I like it. Also, I don't know if this is Bourjois thing and I've been missing out on it for my entire life, but these smell amazing. This is a baked blush and the colour is Healthy Mix. A gorgeous, like, peachy, sort of orangey undertone, great for the summer, and like I said, I love it. So definite thumbs up for that one. And that was, I bought that yesterday in a different deal, and that was buy one get one free, I think. So the next thing I bought just says eyeshadow. 10, is that the colour? This is a Bourjois eyeshadow, shimmery, I don't know how true to colour that's going to be, but it's like a, yeah, goldy, champagne-y sort of shimmery colour, and it comes with this little brush. I tried to use it. It's okay. But no, I love the product. I didn't use it wet. These are baked, so you can use them wet, but I might try that next time to get more of a pigment from it. The next one is another one that I'm using today. When I started getting more into makeup, I was a bit scared of white eyeliners because they remind me a bit of like 90s, you know, when everyone used to do like white and grey on top of their like really bright. But this white genuinely is just a white soft coal pencil by Rimmel. Rimmel, my favourite drugstore brand. I have so much Rimmel stuff. They're just, and I use this to line inside my eye on the waterline. And it really, really, really does open up your eyes. So I think that was £2.99 from Boots actually. So go out and get yourself one of them. Every makeup bag should have one, definitely. Obviously, it's white. It's this bottom one here. Next are two things which I've purchased, which I have fallen head over heels in love with. These liquid lipsticks by Makeup Academy. I like the packaging. It almost looks quite high end. It's got that sort of, what's the word, frosted glass look to it. And this is actually what I'm wearing now. This one is called a Atomic, and they are liquid lipsticks with a matte finish, which, considering this was £2 each, they are better than the Bourjois one, in my opinion. This didn't dry well. It's still a bit sticky and still had a bit of a gloss to it. And this does have a slight stickiness, but it goes. The colour is absolutely sensational. If I do a swatch of this for you now, be careful, you may fall in love. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's got a really cool little pump. The little things. One thing I did notice about this colour, especially when I swatched it on my hand, is that it is extremely long lasting. And even on your hand, you can see that it goes matte quite quickly. £2 in Superdrug. And the next one I've got is the purple one, which is called Kooky. Again, I'll do a swatch of this. I haven't actually used this one on my lips, but I am dying to try it. Absolutely dying, because it's beautiful colour. Oh, I could eat it. Look at that purple. It is beautiful. Long lasting, like really, really long lasting. Like I will have to scrub at this. And they go matte so quickly. 120% recommend these liquid lipsticks. When I was looking, they also just had sort of liquid lipsticks, velvet finish and maybe a gloss. So if matte isn't for you, then they still have everything. So I would definitely recommend Makeup Academy. Right, now we are on to eyeshadow palettes. I'm not really a big eyeshadow person. I am just sort of beginning to experiment with it a bit more. Everything I've bought recently is very cheap. Yes. The one I bought from Asda yesterday is this beauty, and it was £2 British. And I think that is the brand. And it's called Domestic Goddess Fashionista. I haven't used any of these yet, but the reason it was £2 is because the brush was missing. So £2, can't go wrong. I've done a couple of swatches. For example, just the blue one. The pigment on that is pretty damn impressive. And as you can see, obviously, that's the other blue one. How about the white one? Even the white, which I find sometimes can be crap in most, sorry, excuse my language, in most, is really, really white. So for £2, it's a good, solid, magnetic close, and it comes with a mirror. And I just don't think you can go wrong with that at all. On to the next two palettes. I have one that is by the same brand. It's not too bad, but I have heard a lot of people say bad things about these NYC HD Colour Quattro eyeshadows. This one is called Central Park Lavender and is number 824. And this one is called Fashion Boot Camp and it's 793. I have heard a lot of people say the pigmentation isn't fantastic on them, but for £2 each, can you go wrong? Can you really go wrong? If I just give you a quick swatch of these, yeah, it's not too bad. I've seen worse, so they're all very similar. That's the sort of pigmentation that you will get from most of them. So NYC, not the best makeup brand. Obviously, it is one of the much cheaper ones compared to Bourjois or Rimmel. It's the HD Colour by NYC palette. I might do a little tutorial on them, but maybe just sort of a first impressions. Give them a go. This one, again, £2. I'm doing well with £2 makeup at the moment. Is the eyeshadow palette from Pure Colour by New Look. So it's not from a beauty store, it is from New Look, a clothing store obviously. And this is called, I think the colour is 99 Burnt Blush. That's what it says on the back anyway. And there are some beautiful colours. I specifically bought it really for this one, this sort of deep burgundy red sort of colour. Yeah, it's got a black, a sort of peachy tone, a grey, a burgundy and a silvery grey. The brush, I will say, that comes with it is no point, chuck it away. Free up some space. Good quick, cheap, £2, new look, good. And last but most certainly not least is the Barry M Natural Glow. Is it Natural Glow? Natural Shadow and Primer and Glow Palette. I was right the first time. This was from River Island rather than Superdrug or Boots. And it was actually reduced by a couple of pounds because the primer has broken and sort of squished. But I've got my own primer. I've got primers with other eyeshadow sets. So the colours are absolutely gorgeous. Oh, throwing brushes around. Today I have, like I said, I have that burgundy from the New Look one. But I have also used this sort of nude natural, I don't think you can even see it in there, peachy colour, and this light burgundy. It's almost like a taupey, browny, burgundy sort of colour. And I also use a tiny little bit of brown in my crease as well, and then use the red to line underneath my eye with an angled brush. But for £5 for 6 eyeshadows and a primer, which you can still use, I'll show you. You can still use it. I absolutely recommend this. It's been so good to me, especially for not a first timer, but a beginner with eyeshadow. I guess that's right. It's not too intense. You don't put it on and you're like, I can't blend this out. It's just, it works. You can build it, or you can put as little one as you like, and it works. So I know there was a couple of other ones in the range. I think the actual price of this is £6.50 or something like that. And I know there's a few other ones that come with shadow and primer. I think there is also a blush and shadow palette from Barry M in Superdrug. I prefer to use my own fluffy brushes, which are much better for blending than the horrible little double-ended things. What's the word? It's not a brush, you know what I mean. Yes, recommendation. So that's all I've bought. I say all, it's quite a lot for me. I don't often tend to treat myself to a lot of makeup, so I'm quite happy with my purchases. The Drugstore has done me well. Absolute favourite, the Makeup Academy liquid lipsticks. My first favourites on YouTube, yay! I'm covered in swatches. That's it, guys, for my first mini haul. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any recommendations of drugstore products that you would think that I'd like to try, then please leave them down below. I'm going to hopefully try and do more videos. So if you have any suggestions of the sort of videos you'd like to see me do, then let me know. Also, follow me on Instagram at DannyKBeauty, same as my YouTube. I hope that all these beauty bargains will help you find more products within your reach, as I know sometimes the beauty world can be very expensive. Love you lots. This is where I do my makeup in the morning, and hope you can find all these. If you like my video, and hope you help me. There was a little leaflet inside. Sorry, I feel like I've got. Yeah. We good? And hope these. Really?